It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Only one of these teams will earn a shot at the Lombardi. The AFC title game is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Herbert throwing right away. Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First and 10, Herbert. Finds McConkey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Gets this to McConkey. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Throwing on first is Herbert. Catch made left side by McConkey. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a 6-0 lead right away. Loud McConkey with a touchdown. All right, here are the Chargers going for 2. Herbert throwing again. And that's brought in for 2, Brock. That's going to put him up 8-0. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. McCarthy throwing right away. Forced out to his right. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Now McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. The Chargers into a nickel set, third down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's McCarthy, first and 10. On the move, headed right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chargers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Ball at the 33 for first down. Herbert from the gun. Taking a deep shot here. That's grabbed inside the 30. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers grow their lead to 14-0. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Herbert's going to look to throw for this. And he secures it in the end zone, so their lead grows to 16-zip. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. Offense in the hurry up here.
9-yard loss. It's now second and 19 at the 21-yard line.
After the sack, another pass on second down. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. And he could have a free play here. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. Following the flag, it's 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. His pass caught by Nakua. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Working quickly here. They'll run for this. And he can't find a lane before being wrapped up at the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. New set of downs for him at the 38. First and 10. Here's Herbert. And he can't escape. They drop him to the turf. Got a flag down, though, from early indications. I think this might be on the offense. Here's Herbert, first and 10. Short pass brought in. And this one does not go far. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has it down close. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers trust in their offense. They're going for two again. He's throwing for it. And that pass is complete for two, and their lead grows further. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
This defense is asleep. Let's go. Don't let the mistakes out there, offense.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Escapes out to the left. He's running with it.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
He gets this one in Nakua. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first.
13 yards on the play. And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
McCarthy throwing here. Escapes the pocket. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Second and 10, McCarthy. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Chargers will take over at the start of the next quarter. So we're through one here in the AFC title game. It's a laugher so far, 24-0. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They have it following that interception on the final play of the first quarter. Herbert on first down. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Second and 10 now. He finds McConkey. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now Herbert again. This is pulled in by McCole Hardman. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First and 10, Herbert. He's got it! And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense up to the line fast. Herbert now to throw on third. And he has the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Once again, the Chargers electing to go for 2. Herbert with a blitz coming. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Still on the move, throwing down the right sideline. Not on the same page with his tight end. And it sets up second down. Looking to throw, McCarthy. And it is intercepted, but he couldn't stay in bounds. Ooh, offense catches a break there. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be third and long. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Chased out to his right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
McCarthy throwing on fourth down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. First and 10 now from the 30. Herbert now, blitz coming. Taking a big shot for the end zone. To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made the catch, but didn't get down in bounds. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to the air, Herbert. Finds the in route complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. The screen pass falls incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on fourth and short. snap it to Herbert. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers ballooning the first half lead even further. The Chargers trust in their offense. They're going for two again. Motioning the tight end now. Herbert to throw once more. This is caught. And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense in the hurry up here. We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Bengals in possession.
You can do better. That was terrible. Awful. Seriously, just
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
Now it's McCarthy. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up fourth down.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
McCarthy to throw for it. He's got it deep downfield. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? And gets him the first on fourth down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. Options are open here. It's second and inches.
At the 22-yard line.
Back to the air, McCarthy. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Kate, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he fought the good fight there just to make it back to the line. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Herbert from the gun. He's got time here. one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Devin Lloyd making the play. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals cut into the lead by another point. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Staying with Robinson. The defenders are there to get him at the line. That tackle made by Kobk Turner. Stuffed at the line a second time, and now it'll be 3rd and 10. All right, I think we know what's happening. They're going to continue running it until this clock runs out. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. McCarthy looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Forced out to his right. Hits his running back. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Working quickly here. First and 10, here's McCarthy. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Chargers get it back after making their third first-half interception.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for first and 10. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has this one past the 50 and will start downhill into Bengals territory.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. That one's out and cut on the right side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing on first is Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it's 2nd down coming up. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
On 3rd and 1, it's Herbert. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. Offense up to the line fast.
2 yards on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
Herbert on 1st down. Able to hit Robinson. Complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Offense in the hurry up here. Now Herbert again. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. First and 10, Herbert finds McConkey. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Working quickly here.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
It's Herbert once more. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Oh, he fumbles it. They might give it right back. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Man in motion, headed right. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. On the move, headed right. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Nakua, the receiver, in motion right. McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. He's going deep. And they pick him off again. And the Chargers regain possession as he makes the 30th interception of his career. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Herbert out of his end zone. And he won't find an escape. They converge and drop him for the safety. Some early down aggressiveness in the shadow of their own end zone there, Brock. And unfortunately, it costs them. They're going to have to punt it away following the safety.
Well, you know me. I don't ever mind aggressiveness. I think it empowers your quarterback, empowers that offensive huddle. But you also got to know, as a quarterback, if you call a pass play, you got to do your job. And doing your job means avoiding a safety in that circumstance.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He's loaded another one up. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Breaks the tackle, still going. And the Chargers return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut. Only one frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's Charger ball. The Bolts just one quarter away from advancing in the postseason. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Herbert with a blitz coming. Gets this to McConkey. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on 1st down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Second and 10. Herbert trying again. Throwing the out route complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and 10, here's Herbert. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Herbert throwing again. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
On third down, Herbert. Skips it short of his man. That brings up fourth down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two and third downs vertical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a fourth down stand.
Oh, there was so much good on that play. Right play call, good route, great throw, Kate. Just needed to make the catch. That's a situation you expect your guys to convert in every time.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. McCarthy throwing here. He's got Brown on the slant. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Throwing now from the gun. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
A little bit of chaos, right? I mean, play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Third and long for him here. He's got a man left. The 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals putting up points in a game decided. Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals trail by 22 now. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Finds him on the crossing route. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. And a man is there to knock that away.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Second and 10 now. That's completed right side. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers put up even more points in a win. That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers continue piling on to this lead. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. McCarthy to throw it. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Here we go, second and very long. Buys time, rolling, and they pick him off again. And the Chargers take possession of the football.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
First and 10, around to Robinson. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down. Offense up to the line fast. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Chargers on the favorable end of this blowout. They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Another carry for Robinson. And a little space is all he needed to reach that 35-yard line. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Herbert throwing on 4th down. Oh no, they get him yet again. DJ Turner comes up with it. At the 20. And he takes it in for the touchdown. Great defensive effort late, even if this one's decided. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals trail by 22 now. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. First and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll run it with Bijan. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. So the Chargers take this one on the road. And they'll raise that Lamar Hunt trophy high as champions of the AFC. And that earns them 2 more weeks of football until they head to the Bayou and fight for a Super Bowl. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say so long from Cincinnati.